Welcome to Computer Chronicles, the new news story that is making the presses all over the internet, and with good notice. I mean, we have really been scouring the internet for the news that's really not news to you. Most of the enthusiasts that like to watch these things usually pretty much know everything that I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Anyway, okay. NVIDIA's having a big price drop. Now, most of you guys might not know that the 650s and the 660s are getting ready to drop near the 7850 prices, and this is due to the increase actually in the American dollar, where they're actually being able to get more for their money as it goes. Now, Windows 8 is under a curse. I don't know if everybody has heard of this, but it's called the every other curse. Whereas, remember like when they went from Windows 2000, which was like the most awesome OS in the world, and then they went to ME, and it was like, what were they thinking? And then all of a sudden, they went to XP, to Vista, and then Vista to 7, which was great. Everybody loved 7, and now 8. So they've come up with a way to actually fix the curse. It's called blue. Microsoft is going blue. Actually, they call it the Windows Blue, and don't worry, if you already own Windows 8, you'll get blue for free. It's just going to be like a service pack 1. Blue is going to do a lot of things that Windows 8 doesn't do yet, but will. And really, I think they're trying to break the curse here, so that means that the next operating system, if blue goes good, well, we don't want to talk about that. Fresh Paint. The little software you get with Windows package called Paint. A lot of people used it for a lot of different reasons, and it's a really good software. But man, what they've done with the new Windows 8 Paint is just amazing. I mean, it looks like you're an artist. You can take it, you can finger paint, you can take 2 different colors and mix them together just like you do it on a palette, and then you can take that and actually start finger painting or doing whatever. You can do it in watercolor, you can do it in oil, pastel, all these different kind of things, and it comes with your Windows 8. I don't think you're going to have to pay for it, but it's really going to be something really great that is going to work great for kids as well as adults who are really into doing, there's so many different kind of brushes that you can do, and you do it by hand, so you got a lot more feel with it. Now, if you're doing it with a cursor, I would suggest probably getting one of the little graphic pen interfaces instead of the actual mouse, because you'll probably need it if you really want to get like really crazy with it. But it's supposed to be a really awesome piece of software, and I saw it being run the other day. It was really amazing. Now, AMD, big news. AMD has officially launched the 7790. Now, what does that mean? The 7770, and then you got the 7850, and then you got the 7790 right in the middle. Well, they dropped the prices of the 7770, which is not a bad, low-end gaming card. But the 7790, actually, when you overclock it, it's just about as good as a 7850. It has 500 million more transistors on the actual chip. And it's got 896 screaming processors running at 1.79 teraflops. And like I said before, the overclocked 7790 is said to beat the 7850 in gamings frames per second and performance, but the rumor stands that this 7790 is made for 1080 gameplay. It's not made for 1920. It's made for 1080, and that's who they're selling to. So if you want to use anything bigger, go with a bigger card. You'll be happy you did. Also, if you really want to get an idea and you're an NVIDIA fan, this new 7790 is competing with a 650 Ti. So most of you guys that are really into this now, there's some really great things, like they ran Witcher and they ran it on 1080p on high detail, and they got a 54 frames per second on that, and that's just with one card. And also with the 7790, it was also really quiet, and it beat the 7770 in every detail completely. This chip, it's a different chip. It's not just an overclocked 7770. It's actually a chip among itself. It's really nice, and it's really a great. I wouldn't even call it a medium, because most guys are running Sly sometimes or Crossfire. So, but you don't really want to use two 7790s in Crossfire. The frames per second is only about maybe 9 or 10, 11 more frames per second. So it's really not worth the money. If you want to get 1920 and everything else, get like a 670 or a 680. Anyway, I don't know what's more important to you, but the new FM2, the A10 5800K is the A10. This thing is overclockable on the CPU and on the GPU, and it's a 7660 actually on the APU itself for $130. So for the price of a video card, you probably get the chip and the video card together with the FM2 package, and it's not bad. And these things run at 3.8, 4.2 boost, and they're really good chips. If you're an Intel man, the 4770K is coming out. It's going to have the 4000 graphics chip. So anyway, now our surprise at the end is our technology report. This is really cool. Now, Mercedes has come out with an electric supercar. It's based on the SLS frame, which is their supercar that they have now. There's like a V12 engine in it, except this thing is a 740 horsepower battery operated electric car. It has four 99-pound motors that synchronize together, and it's got a 1,200-pound 60 kilowatt lithium ion battery built into it. It's like the biggest laptop battery ever. And they said that you can actually get 155 miles on this. Now, this is a supercar, and it's not really something that you're going to go cross country in. It's actually something that you're going to probably take to the racetrack and run around and play with. So it actually is a pretty good deal. Of course, price is no object. If you have to ask how much it is, promise you can't pay for it. Well, that ends today's Computer Chronicles, and I just wanted to tell you thank you for watching and happy modding.